Join us on a journey through the timeless wonders of ancient civilizations. Subscribe now for captivating stories that transport you to Rome's bustling streets, Carthage's vibrant markets, and Egypt's mystical temples. Become part of our community, where history comes alive, inspiring relaxation and discovery. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore the beauty of the past together. In the bustling heart of ancient Rome, where the streets echoed with vibrant chatter and the scent of fresh bread lingered in the air, lived a young artisan named Lucia. Through sun-dappled days, she meticulously laid tiny colored stones into intricate mosaics, her hands deftly translating imagination into art. Yet, beneath her skillful exterior lay a simmering frustration. The grandeur of the famous basilica loomed above, stirring a longing in Lucia's heart to contribute her work to its magnificent interiors. But as a woman in a male-dominated sphere, Lucia often found her talents underestimated. Each day she wrestled with a nagging sense of invisibility, a silent longing to prove herself and be recognized not just for her delicate touch, but for the brilliance she knew resided within her. As twilight cast its soft glow upon Rome, Lucia found herself wandering the narrow alleys leading to the Forum, her mind a swirl of aspirations and unspoken fears. It was during these quiet moments, beneath a sky dusted with stars, that the stirrings of hope fluttered faintly within her. She longed for more than the confines of her workshop. A hidden yearning pulsed with each heartbeat. Her dreams were like unfinished mosaics, beautiful yet incomplete without the missing pieces. The world, with its expectations and restrictions, felt like a cage. But Lucia knew she was on the brink of something significant. Little did she know, the city itself held secret pathways and whispered promises that would soon illuminate her journey, unraveling her artistry in ways she'd never imagined. One evening, as Lucia meandered through the moonlit labyrinth of Rome's streets, she noticed a gathering near the Forum. Drawn by curiosity, she approached quietly, her heart quickening at the sight of an unfamiliar group huddled close together, animatedly sharing sketches and stories. They were artisans from distant lands, each bringing tales of different techniques and styles. A foreign artist, cloaked in the shadowy glow of lamplight, began to speak of a method unlike anything Lucia had ever heard, using vivid colors and diverse materials to evoke emotion within the mosaic piece itself. Transfixed, Lucia listened as the artist extended an unexpected invitation to join their clandestine meetings. It was an opportunity wrapped in the mystery of the unknown, one that promised to open her world to endless possibilities, yet it felt daunting and risky to step outside the bounds of all she'd known. Torn between fear and anticipation, Lucia hesitated. Should she leap into this world of new ideas, challenging the boundaries that confined her? The thought of defying societal norms and plunging into the realm of artistic experimentation was exhilarating, yet terrifying. Still, beneath her uncertainty stirred a courage that could no longer be silent. She knew this chance might lay the foundation for her dreams, shining light upon the obscured path she so desperately sought. She decided to embrace the opportunity, even as doubt flickered at the edges of her resolve. Thus began her clandestine forays into midnight meetings of the whispered word and vibrant visionaries, setting Lucia on a transformative journey that would forever change the fabric of her artistry. As the weeks unfolded, Lucia immersed herself in the nightly gatherings, her world expanding with every whispered word and shared technique. Among the foreign artisans, there was a seasoned mosaic master named Cyrus, who became a guiding beacon for Lucia. His eyes, sparkling with wisdom and adventure, saw the potential in her that she often doubted. With patience and skill, Cyrus shared tales of his own journey, one marked by risks and the blending of cultures. He spoke with authority, but also with a kindness that wrapped around Lucia like a warm embrace on a cold night. Through Cyrus's insights, she glimpsed a future where her art could transcend its origins, weaving stories that spoke to the heart's deepest desires. Yet, despite the hope he instilled, Lucia found herself battling internal barriers, still hesitant to fully commit to this newfound path. Cyrus, sensing her resistance, crafted a mosaic of his own, dedicating it to the fears that held her back. With every tile, he illustrated the beauty of embracing uncertainty, capturing the mosaic's essence in vivid color and texture. When he unveiled it during one of their secret meetings, Lucia felt a rush of emotions. The piece seemed to sing to the doubts she clutched tightly. Encapsulated within was the message she couldn't ignore. Beyond fear lay liberation. Still, the path wasn't clear-cut. Her heart thudded with trepidation, questioning if she was ready to challenge the deep-rooted norms she'd always navigated. Cyrus assured her that change was a step-by-step journey, not a destination, urging her to trust in her voice. Inspired yet cautious, Lucia promised to let the reverberating lessons of the mosaic guide her onward, uncertain as the journey might be. Inspired by Cyrus's creation, Lucia finally decided to take a bold step beyond her comfort zone. She began experimenting with the new techniques she had learned, incorporating vibrant colors and unconventional materials into her mosaics. Each piece she crafted was a dance with uncertainty, yet with every stroke of creativity, Lucia felt a growing sense of liberation. She approached the grand basilica, her portfolio brimming with the fruits of her nocturnal adventures. As her artworks were laid before the esteemed panel, Lucia's heart pounded with both excitement and dread. The room held its breath as the judges perused her creations, their discerning eyes lingering over the emotion-filled tiles. There was a palpable shift in the air, the realization that her art was unlike anything seen before in the traditional Roman style. However, acceptance wasn't immediate. Some admired the innovation, while others debated the departure from custom. The reaction was mixed, sitting like a storm cloud on Lucia's mind. Yet a beacon of change emerged when the basilica's chief architect, intrigued by her fresh perspective, approached her. He saw the potential for her art to reflect a harmonious blend of cultures, a visual representation of Rome's evolving spirit. With his support came the opportunity she had longed for, but it wasn't without its trials. Colleagues questioned her methods, whispering doubts as she worked. Lucia faced each challenge, driven by Cyrus's counsel that change is a journey, not a destination. Determined to stay true to her vision, she pressed on, her resolve as unyielding as the stone tiles she carefully crafted. As she toiled in the basilica, Lucia realized her art was no longer just about proving herself. It had become a bridge, a vibrant tapestry connecting diverse traditions and voices under Rome's vast sky. As Lucia poured her heart and soul into her work, a shadow loomed over her brightest days. Rumors spread among her peers, murmurs that her unconventional methods disrespected tradition, whispers that she was chasing a fleeting dream without regard for Rome's storied past. The critiques, once background noise, grew louder, piercing through her moments of triumph. One somber afternoon, a patron of the Basilica's project, a stalwart advocate of traditional artistry, publicly denounced her work during a gathering. His words echoed around the amphitheater, slicing through her confidence and leaving her standing vulnerably exposed. The passion that fueled her felt momentarily extinguished, as if her dreams had crumbled beneath the weight of Rome's ancient stones. Struggling to breathe amid the pressure of expectation and criticism, Lucia questioned everything. Was she truly bringing a new dawn to Roman art? Or was she merely a misguided idealist? Unable to shake the doubts that shadowed her every step, Lucia found herself retreating into the silence of her workshop, the mosaic pieces reflecting her fragmented confidence. Even Cyrus's reassurances felt distant, his words unable to penetrate the murky cloud of self-doubt that fogged her vision. She wondered if she should abandon her revolutionary techniques and conform, sacrificing her voice for acceptance. The pressure of unfulfilled dreams weighed heavily on her spirit, leaving her trapped in a malaise of uncertainty. Alone in the candlelit gloom, she faced her most profound challenge yet, finding the strength to continue when the path ahead seemed shrouded in darkness and doubt. The night felt interminable, stretching out before her like the twisting lanes of Rome, each one fraught with the potential for loss or glory, yet indistinct in the suffocating uncertainty that blurred the lines. In the quiet solitude of her workshop, surrounded by the scattered remnants of her creative journey, Lucia began to find clarity in the silence. The whispers of doubt and criticism, which had once felt overwhelming, slowly faded into mere echoes as she reflected on her journey. Her eyes rested on Cyrus's mosaic, the beautiful tapestry dedicated to embracing uncertainty. It became a mirror to her own soul, revealing a truth she had momentarily lost sight of. Her art was not simply about tiles and techniques. It was a reflection of her spirit, a testament to resilience, and a symbol of untold stories yearning to be shared. With the dawn's gentle light creeping into her studio, warmth washed over Lucia, rekindling a dormant flame within her. She understood now that her path was not just her own, but a beacon for others who also strived for change against tradition's strong currents. Reinvigorated with purpose, Lucia resolved to embrace the unique voice that set her apart, rather than succumbing to the confines of convention. Her art would continue to be a harmonious dance of cultures, breathlessly capturing the essence of diversity. Stepping out into Rome's bustling streets, she could feel the city's heartbeat aligning with her own. Inspired by her newfound clarity, she sought out the chief architect with unwavering determination, eager to present her vision once more. This time, her request wasn't just for individual recognition, but for the broader acceptance of innovation. If the world was hesitant to change, she would lead it, one vibrant mosaic at a time. Lucia understood that the greatest challenges forged the strongest resolve, and she was ready to weave her legacy into the very fabric of Rome, inspiring unity through her art's transformative power. With each step, doubt waned, replaced by a radiant confidence that carried her toward the ultimate test of her mettle. As Lucia stood before the basilica's imposing doors, a tide of anticipation surged within her, mingling with echoes of her deepest fears. Inside, a congregation of esteemed patrons and artisans awaited, names synonymous with the heights of Roman art. It was here she would face her greatest adversary, not just the skeptical gazes of those fixed on preserving their artistic dominion, but her own shadow, the potent fear of failure. With a steadying breath, she entered the grand hall, her confidence like armor against the cold formalities. The room's tension crackled, as the same patron who had once denounced her art took center stage, ready to challenge her vision again. Yet, as her gaze swept over the familiar faces, Lucia stood undaunted. Equipped with her mosaic, a tapestry of unity and innovation, she spoke with unwavering fervor of a future where art could transcend cultural boundaries, transforming Rome's legacy. Her voice, steady and sure, reverberated with the power of earnest conviction. As she laid her mosaic before them, the colorful tiles sang in vibrant harmony, echoing the spirit of unity and diversity. The audience's silence was palpable, the weight of their judgment pressing on Lucia's every word. The patron, his expression a mask of skepticism, raised questions, attempting to unravel her resolve. But this time, Lucia stood unflinching, unwavering in her purpose. Though his words cut sharp, she parried each doubt with the unshakable truth of her work and the collective stories each tile represented. In that critical moment, Lucia's art became more than an arrangement of stones. It was a beacon, an emblem of hope and tenacity, offering Rome a new lens to view the world. It was her transformation, her sacrifice of self-doubt for the promise of change, a testimony that art was more than tradition, but a bridge to future possibilities. In the days following the unveiling, the basilica became a testament to Lucia's triumph. Her mosaic, a radiant blend of colors and cultures, was installed as a centerpiece, a living testament to innovation and unity. Visitors from every corner of Rome and beyond flocked to see the masterpiece that dared to bridge tradition and modernity. Lucia's heart swelled with a sense of fulfillment as she wandered through the bustling streets, now alive with whispers of admiration and acceptance. The doubts that once imprisoned her had fallen away, replaced by a newfound confidence and belief in her vision. Empowered by the journey she had persevered through, Lucia recognized that her role had evolved beyond that of a mere artist. She was now a harbinger of transformation, leading others to view art and possibility through a broader, more inclusive lens. As she returned to her workshop, now filled with the glow of morning light and the vibrant spirit of her mosaic, Lucia embraced her metamorphosis. She was no longer the unsure young artisan seeking validation, but a leader inspiring an artistic revolution. Her story, carved into the heart of Rome, echoed through the narrow alleys and grand forums, inviting others to find strength in their art and voices. Lucia's legacy transcended the confines of the basilica walls, touching the lives of those who saw her journey as a beacon of hope and resilience. Embracing her future, Lucia knew her work was only just beginning, a vibrant narrative of courage and creation that would inspire generations to discover and celebrate the art of change, kindling fires of imagination long into Rome's illustrious future.